Welcome back to Character Select. Dave in space. This is it.
Judgment Day.
Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard.
Oh, we didn't speak to...
We didn't speak to what?
Edgeworth about the... Oh, hey, Edgeworth. Did you know about Karma Tasters? Yeah. And stole all the evidence? Yeah.
What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal! What got into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. Whoop.
Oh god, I've just lost...
Sorry, I clicked out of the game. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm gonna prove it.
We literally have no evidence.
Oh, the only thing Von Karma took was the letter, but he also had the whole file for DL6 with him, so all of that evidence except for that one bullet is gone.
Yeah, so we have no evidence, except for a bullet.
Well, one thing at a time.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. Again.
Why are you making him senile all of a sudden?
Whatever.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
He's forgetting a lot of things recently. I don't know if you noticed.
The prosecution is ready.
Right. Very well. We have reached the final day in our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says.
Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement.
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. We're interrogating him inside the courtroom because, well, the police can't do their job.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
Yeah?
God, here we go.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. I was running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I'd need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
That was brief. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it.
Yeah, just start. Press. We don't have any.
Fair.
Oh.
I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. Sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave?
Objection.
He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in this big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see? The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see, so he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep. Seems like it. Then how could you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. I mean, one of those motive things, right? How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Miss Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or...
Oop, lack thereof in the question.
Anything to do with the case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
What a... Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or, are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, that's you.
Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he had a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff, yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. Actually, you can. Because the lack of fingerprints is also evidence.
So the only record that we
case.
have, the only record of fingerprints that we have is Yanni Yogi from 15 years ago.
Yeah.
If he burned them off after that, then we can't compare anything.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems the case has been decided, no? No, I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot?
I mean, I was just thinking we just asked the parrot. But
what is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna... Your Honor, the defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Oh, I told you it was gonna get weird.
Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce! I object. Wait a second. You are the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game?
Yeah, let's cross-examine a parrot.
Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. Also Larry. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
This is weird.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Hello, rock.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far.
I go very...
Very well. Begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Well, there is literally one page, and it's this.
Yeah, press. Hold it.
Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say?
Have we forgotten something?
As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello. Squawk. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello. Squawk. Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Yes. Yes, he did. Because he's that kind of crazy. Alright, what should we say?
What's the safe number? That's the only one we've got.
Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number to the safe in the shack? 1228.
My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Well, it's his safe.
What's the date?
Huh.
What happened 15 years ago? Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Huh. Ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Boop.
No way. Really? My Spiky is...
The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case?
Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number?
It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
Date of the incident, December 28. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah.
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It's certainly an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates.
Bah, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Well, there's only one question left to ask. Want you to testify. What do I say?
What's your name?
Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly, what's your name? Polly, Brock.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with parrot's identity? Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Yeah, well, let's say it does.
Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're just taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is...
The DL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. What page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in the file is this information connected to the parrot's name? It is... Yeah.
It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly.
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Bah, a mere coincidence, that is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
This is a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately.
See, sometimes the judge has a good head on his shoulders.
Witness, tell us your name.
Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name to the court.
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Ora. Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert, Mr. and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death.
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. Told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. Lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Okay, so
Von Karma,
we won.
where's Mr. Yogi?
Hooray, we won! We won the case! Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant Miles Edgeworth is...
innocent. In this case, at least.
Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Hey, we did it.
Not
Ticker
guilty.
tape. Yeah, we're done. We won the case.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Alright, guess we're done.
So we're not even bringing up DLC. Look, did someone just say objection?
Did you see Von Karma's face?
Yeah, he was very happy.
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do?
Leave it to Edgeworth.
Really? Alright. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. If you object, then he just overrules you anyway. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean in the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me.
Yeah, but hang on, you threw the pistol and it fired. That's completely different. Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago.
Might as well, if it runs out today. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Well...
I'm sure there's other trials scheduled for today as well.
I'm sorry, Wright. I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh. I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Next time on Character Select, the conclusion of the DL6 trial.
Oof.
So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And space.
Declaring Yanni Yogi as guilty was a lot easier than I expected. But this isn't what I expected, so...
No, I'm sure it wasn't. And that's what makes it awesome. I love it.